Hi, welcome to STEM Study Skills, Effective Reading and Research. In this short video, we're going to be looking at why reading is so important to Level 3 study. And we're also going to have a look at what some of the research tells us about the benefits of reading, and I will share with you a simple tip to help you boost your reading power. We're also going to have a quick look at what sort of things you can read around STEM subjects and look at how to apply effective reading and research to problem solving and to assignments. So why is reading so important at Level 3 study? We find that good Level 3 students read extensively around the subject and beyond the syllabus. Reading and researching ideas beyond the syllabus helps us to underpin the ideas taught in lessons, helps you to develop greater insights into scientific ideas and technology, and improves engagement and interest in the subject. In fact, independent reading and research forms a cornerstone of Level 3 study. Very often, you will be expected to take the initiative and find out answers for yourself. Applying reading and research skills to problem solving is highly transferable. It can be applied in many different scenarios and situations. Being able to demonstrate this will not only benefit your Level 3 studies, but may also have a positive impact on university applications and job interviews. Independent study, independent learning is an absolute cornerstone of Level 3 study, and we're going to have a look now at where reading fits into that particular structure. Your Level 3 studies, whether they be A-level, B-Tech, C-Tech or any number of other Level 3 qualifications, are about helping you to become an effective independent learner. The ability to be a self-motivated learner who knows how to research information and when to ask for help is an important skill that will prepare you both for university study and a multitude of careers. To help you to develop and perfect this skill, you might like to consider the idea of 3 before me, an idea that you might have come across in high school. The idea is to apply 3 simple approaches to problem solving before asking for help from a teacher. The first of those steps is to use your brain. Ask yourself, what do I already know about this subject or topic? And how can I apply what I know to this problem, this question, or this assignment? That may very well get you to the answer. But if not, the second step would be to look at a book. If you need more information, it's time for that effective reading and research that this video is all about. Hit the books, hit the websites, magazines, and the library. If you are still struggling, ask a friend. That's okay. 2 or 3 heads are always better than 1, and maybe together you can work out a solution in collaboration. Be careful though, some assignments do require independent work. Have you tried all 3 and still not got to an answer? Okay, now it's time to ask a teacher, but explain to the teacher what you've tried so far and what you've learned through doing that. Now let's have a look at the benefits of reading. What does research tell us about the benefits of reading? Well, it tells us that reading boosts brain power. Neuroscientist Donald Hebb is often quoted as saying that neurons that fire together wire together, and he was right. The 100 billion neurons of the brain thrive on connecting with each other. MRI scans have shown that reading involves complex networks and signalling within the brain, and the more these circuits are used, the stronger they become. The network also extends and becomes more sophisticated as you read more and more. Secondly, reading boosts vocabulary. Research has repeatedly shown that students who read regularly develop larger vocabularies than students who read less regularly. Increased vocabulary has often been linked to higher assessment scores and even better job prospects. Employers are often looking for a candidate's ability to communicate. Communication is easier and more sophisticated if you have more words at your disposal. Thirdly, reading can reduce stress. Reading for 30 minutes a day has been found to be as effective as yoga in reducing blood pressure and heart rate, as well as relieving feelings of psychological distress. When it comes to studying, reading more widely around your subject will also help you to tackle assignments with greater ease and know where to look for information, and this can reduce any stress with meeting deadlines. Reading may be beneficial in aiding sleep. The Mayo Clinic has found that reading as part of a bedtime routine can help with quality of sleep. Reading books rather than a screen is important here, as the light from a screen can wake up the brain. But if you're sleeping better, you will be better able to study and learn both in lessons and in independent work. And finally, reading can help you to live longer. Well, possibly. Researchers found that people who read for 3.5 hours a week were 23% more likely to live up to 2 years longer than those who didn't read at all. Now, we must be careful not to confuse correlation and causation here, but you might think it's worth a try. Now, how to boost your own reading power. I promised I would share one simple tip with you, and I'm going to do that right now. It's much easier than you might think. There is only one thing you need to do. Read for 30 minutes a day, every day. That's it. It's that simple. This activity alone will naturally boost your reading speed, your vocabulary, and your comprehension. And it still leaves 23 hours and 30 minutes to do everything else. And it doesn't really matter what you read, although of course you will be more motivated if you're interested in what you read. So what can you read? If you want to read more widely around STEM subjects and beyond the syllabus, there are a number of easily accessible publications that you can access. All of the 3 that I'm going to talk about on this slide here are available in most newsagents and supermarkets, anywhere that sells magazines. The first is Science Focus, published by the BBC. This is a very accessible magazine that covers a wide range of science topics. Perhaps the gold standard is the weekly publication New Scientist. And finally, Scientific American, a monthly publication that, again, like the others, covers a wide range of science topics and will really help you to engage with what's going on in the wider world around your STEM subjects. More subject specifically, there are publications like Chemistry Review, Biological Sciences Review, and Physics Review. These are written specifically for Level 3 students, those of you studying A-Level, BTEC, etc., and are available from Hodder Education, but you may find that they're also available through your school and college library as well. And don't forget the simple things, textbooks, revision guides. These will help you to support your own learning in your particular subjects, to support your lessons. Don't forget the library, the college or school library, or even the town library. And also, when you're browsing in bookshops, go to the popular science and smart thinking sections, where there will be all sorts of books that will widen your knowledge and widen your experience of STEM subjects, reading more widely beyond the syllabus. So how do we apply this effective reading and research now to our Level 3 study? Well, if we have an assignment to do, we can look at how to apply this, having established some of these many benefits of reading regularly and recognising that independent research is a key part of Level 3 study. The first thing to do is to ask yourself, what is the question? This is about understanding exactly what it is that you are being asked to research or find out or solve. What is the question that needs to be answered? This should guide all of your reading and research. Always use reputable and reliable sources of information. This is especially applicable when going to the internet. The internet is a wonderful resource, but we must be very, very careful about the quality of the information we get from it. Using websites such as the Royal Society of Chemistry or Institute of Physics, for example, will perhaps give us much more reliable information than looking elsewhere. And again, in our appendix, which I'm going to talk about at the moment, of our accompanying document to this video, you will find lots and lots of reputable and reliable sources of information. Don't forget as well that textbooks are reliable sources of information, as are many other publications. Scan first and read later. Okay, we know what the question is. We've got a reliable source of information, but we're going to scan through that book, that magazine article, or that website first. We're not going to waste time reading word for word initially. Scan through and find out where the information is that is relevant to the question that you need to answer, and then focus in on that and read that word for word. And you must remain objective when you're doing your reading. Always question what you read. Does it sound reasonable? Does the author provide evidence or references for what they are saying? Following on from that, you must understand whatever it is that you write as your answer to the question or in your assignment. Don't write down anything that you don't understand and cannot explain yourself. Do further research to answer any questions that might come up, or ask for help. And finally, avoid plagiarism. This is so important. Do not just copy from the text word for word. You must write it in your own words. The easiest way to do this is to make bullet point notes of the key information or ideas, and then write your answer or assignment by fleshing out your own bullet points in your own words. And remember to reference your sources. Wherever you've used information from a book or a magazine or a website, you must credit the original work by citing it. In the STEM department at the college, for example, we use the Harvard style of referencing. And again, in the accompanying document to this video, you can find out more information about how to do that. So as I said, there is an accompanying document, Effective Reading and Research, that goes alongside this video. Check out the appendix there for loads more useful websites, books and other sources of STEM information. Enjoy reading about your chosen subject, and good luck with your Level 3 studies.